Hi everybody, it's me, Corey T, and in this video we're going to be talking about what to do and how to process and how to move forward when you feel like you've gone backwards. You feel like you've taken 10 steps back, you've done something and you think, why did I do that? I know this. I know what I needed to do, but why did I do that? And you feel like you've gone backwards, because that is something that happens and is so part of the normal human experience of growing and learning and becoming the version of you that you want to be and creating the things that you want in your life. It's just part of the process. So I'm going to go more into this in a minute. But first, I want to let you know that I've got a 30-day to abundance challenge happening, and it's going to take place on Telegram, which is an app that you can use on your phone. And what we're going to be doing is every day for 30 days, I'm going to give you a challenge, a really simple task to do in your mind, or something that we can do that helps you to manifest, helps you to get into a state of abundance, helps you to rewire your neural pathways, grow in confidence, and we're going to create amazing things. Now, a habit takes 30 days to create, so this is why this challenge is going to be 30 days. If you want to join, it is £1 a day. So it's £30 for the whole 30 days. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. We're going to have a Telegram. So as I said before, we're going to have a Telegram group where everybody will be able to communicate with each other, share progress, share things that we've manifested, encourage each other. And we're going to have fun with these exercises. This is going to be a really fun 30 days. And at the end of it, you will feel more abundant. You will feel like your self-concept is more abundant, and it's going to be powerful, really, really powerful. So if you want to come along, then I'm going to leave the link below. It starts on Monday the 15th of August and it will end on Tuesday the 13th of September, I think it is. But all the information will be on my website, where you can purchase a ticket there as well. Right, so back to the video. Okay, so this is a really beautiful concept that you can take with you and you can use and you can remember every time you feel like you've gone backwards, because this is the truth, okay? To learn something, we have to make mistakes. In order to learn, you have to make some mistakes in order to see what doesn't work. Because without knowing and experiencing what doesn't work, it's really difficult for you to learn and grow and move towards the things that are actually right. And also, it's really important to know that we don't always learn things just immediately. Sometimes, especially when we've had a habit or a pattern for a really, really long time, an emotional pattern, a physiologically emotional pattern in our body that we've had for such a long time, and we're becoming aware of it and we're growing and we're changing it and we're learning to respond differently to the emotional triggers that we see in our reality. It's going to take time. It's practice. It's a practice and it's a process. So part of that process is doing the same thing, walking down the same road, feeling the same triggers and responding in those old ways so that you become more aware. And as you grow in that awareness, you will have more confidence about making new decisions. So there's a really beautiful poem that I'm going to put down below. I'm going to just copy and paste it. And what this poem is about the process of learning and making mistakes. And in summary, it goes like this. You know, you're walking along and then you fall into a ditch and you didn't see it coming. And it's absolutely a huge shock and you're devastated. And you're like, how have I got here? What the hell? And you just have no idea how it happened. And then the next day or the next week or whenever, you walk along the same path again and you fall into the ditch again. And you think, what? How have I done this? I've already been here. Why am I here again? And then the next time you walk along and you see the hole, you see the ditch, but you still fall into it anyway. And then the next time you walk along and you see it and you walk around it. And then the time after that, you walk down a different street altogether. And so the process of healing, of creating a new habit, of creating a new neural pathway in your brain that directs you to a new feeling, a new reaction, is just that whole process of, yeah, you're going to fall into the ditch sometimes. You're going to fall into the ditch and then you're going to see it the next time. You're going to see the trigger and maybe you'll find a way to walk around it, but you still see the ditch and it still scares you. But then eventually you'll get to the point where you know that it's there and you can walk down a different road entirely. And that is the process that we go on. So whenever you feel like you've gone backwards, actually, whenever you make a mistake, there are no mistakes, by the way, there are no mistakes. Whenever you feel like you've made a mistake, actually, the truth is that becoming aware of that is growth. Becoming aware of what didn't work for you is growth. Sometimes we have to do something over and over and over again before our system lets us make a new decision, before we feel confident enough to walk down the other street, before we feel confident enough to even walk around it, before we feel aware enough to even see that the ditch is there, before we have the awareness that we actually have control of which way we walk, right? So the process of learning and evolving and becoming involves mistakes. It involves creating situations that make you think, oh, that didn't feel right for me. Why did I do that? Why do I feel like this? How can I change this? How can I take responsibility for this? And when you see that the journey to creating the self-concept that you want and the process of getting what you want and creating the life that you want is this process of learning, is this process of becoming, then you just know that you're always on the right track. There is no mistakes. There is no backwards. You're always going forwards. The way my mentor said it to me was, you know, if you learn algebra, if you were going to learn algebra, you'd learn how to do the equation, but you might do it wrong a few times. You might do it wrong many times, but then you get one right and then maybe you get another one wrong. But eventually you'd learn the process and you know exactly what to do, but it takes time. It takes you seeing, why was that wrong? Why was that wrong? Why didn't that work there? Oh yeah, okay, it's because I needed to do this. And then you have to rethink, you have to reshuffle, you try again. And that is the process. You literally can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. You're exactly where you're meant to be. And this journey is about making mistakes. It's about learning from them. It's about being okay with that and not shaming yourself. Not shaming yourself, because so often, so many people say to me, I don't know why I did that. And I've done it to myself too. I've done it to myself like 10 billion times. I've said, why did I do that? Why am I thinking like that? Why can't I just get rid of this trigger? It's because I've got some learning to do. It's because we've got learning to do, and we're exactly where we need to be. And actually loving those parts of ourselves, loving those mistakes that we make, loving ourselves through those mistakes is more powerful than saying, why did I do that? Actually, because if it was a child, if it was your inner child, right? Your inner child, which is what it is most of the time. With a child, you wouldn't say, why did you do that? Why did you do that? You know the answer. Why did you do that? You wouldn't really do that, because that would make them feel bad, when really you can see that they innocently made a mistake. They innocently, purely just did what they felt was best at the time, with the knowledge and the awareness that they had. And that is really how you've got to talk to yourself, and what you've got to know about yourself is that you're always doing what you feel is best at the time. You're always working with, responding and doing whatever you feel is the right thing to do based on the feelings and the knowledge and the level of awareness that you have. And you are exactly where you need to be. And I know that sometimes we want to rush. We want to just be healed. We want to just be free. We just want to have the self-concept that we want. And we just want to be there. And we're in a rush. And I know that. I can really, really empathise with that. But actually, we get there through this process. You're doing it. You're doing it now. You can be proud of yourself because you're on the journey now. So whether it's you trying to create a self-concept in love and feeling confident and secure in love, or you're trying to create a self-concept where you are great with money, or whatever it is, or great at getting jobs, or not reacting to things that used to trigger you, whatever the journey is that you're on, there'll be ups and downs, and that is so normal. Sometimes it's like you see in those pictures, like the journey isn't linear like that. It's sometimes squiggly and all over the place, and it's crazy, and then we get there in the end. So trust where you are. All is well. Everything is exactly as it's supposed to be. Sometimes being on this journey on your own can feel really confusing, really lonely, and you want some validation for where you're at, or you want to talk through something, talk through a trigger. And that is where coaching can come in. That is what I'm here for. That is what I do. That is what I'm good at. So if you would like to talk to me about your journey, your process, your evolution of becoming the version of you that you want to be, then let me know. I've got a link below to one-to-one coaching. You can book a session or a package of sessions. I'd love to speak to you and support you on your journey, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.